Welcome to the Benefits Boost,
where we bring game-changing ideas to you,
the people shaping the future of benefits.
Let's jump in.
This is the first solo episode in a while.
I feel like since December.
Yeah. We've had guests.
Yeah.
We had a lot of guests.
I know.
It's been fun.
It has been. We've talked to some really cool people. I'm a little nervous about this chair now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you're just missing that Kate's chair literally just lost a bolt out of it. We have no idea at what moment it'll collapse.
Yeah, so I'm just going to not move.
You know, it creates a game show-like tension to the situation.
True.
What was that crazy Korean game show where people dropped into the floor? Squid Games? No. No.
I was too scared to watch that. No, crazy things happened, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Squid Games was it, wasn't it?
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Beast had one recently that had that concept.
Okay.
There's another one where the 100 most athletic people in Korea. It was gnarly. One of the things was they had to hang on and there's these squares. And if they let go, they would plummet through a square. Anyways, the point is you're on a game show now.
That's my nightmare. And now I'm on that nightmare.
Yeah. What you don't know is we've installed a trapdoor beneath you. And
cool,
when your chair collapses.
Fall 6 floors.
Yeah, it doesn't just end on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes more.
That is our well-being planet, Airbo. Yeah.
I love it.
This podcast is sponsored by, Airbo. We make benefits education simple and engaging and free. We really believe that everyone should have access to wonderful benefits education so that your employees have all the resources they need to thrive using your programs. And let's be honest, so that you don't get all that employee noise. You can sign up for our free AI tool, free microsite, and lots of other great stuff at airbo.com/free. Okay, this is kind of interesting because they're sort of interlinked. I was looking at, and yes, I was literally doing this in my free time. I was looking at the U.S. workforce quit rate, is tracked by Fred. It literally tracks how many employees have willingly quit per 1,000 over time. And so when we said great resignation, that was literally just the quit rate spiking during the pandemic to levels that were unprecedented. It was still on its way up for years since 2008. Okay. It's been ticking up every year, literally tracking with the economic recovery this country experienced, but in slow motion.
Okay.
And so the quit rate goes up and then suddenly COVID and then nobody wanted to quit for a minute, obviously. And then, right. And that was the great resignation.
Yep.
Since the peak, it's been going down. We're now back to 2017 level, and it continues to go down.
So this just means, I want to make sure I'm following you, that it's just the people are not quitting their jobs at the levels that we had been seeing them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. People are now quitting their jobs at the rate that we saw in 2017.
Any thoughts on why?
Well, I think literally if you overlay that chart with charts that track economic activity, which I think there's a lot of debate recently about what GDP really is and how much of that has been falsely boosted by the government, which by the way, I really do believe that our GDP numbers are kind of BS because of the amount of money that the government has put into the economy to boost it. 1 to 2% of our GDP is actually government spending, which it's just subsidizing the GDP numbers. I think this is a really good thing to look at for what is actually going on in the economy from an economic activity. Because people vote with their legs, basically. If you're an employee and you think you can get a better job, you're going to go switch jobs. If you're scared to go out into the job market, no one's answering your calls, nobody's looking at your resume, you're going to stay. So I don't believe in looking at job postings. I think a lot of that stuff is BS. I talked about this a year or two ago about the ghost job.
Oh, yeah. It's a very real thing.
Very real. To the point where we didn't even put out job postings for our new jobs. We just are working with recruiters to find people because it's no longer viewed seriously by a lot of people. Yeah,
they just don't trust that they're actually even going to hear back because of these ghost postings.
Yeah. So, I think for our clients, our broker partners, what this means is from a workforce planning and messaging perspective, it really is a different world than I think it used to be. I think that staff is just less likely to leave, period. Now, I'm not sure what the so what is, right? I think what I would be careful about and what I see a lot of is I think sometimes in benefits and in HR, we get a little bit carried away with our own employee engagement soapbox. As a business leader, it is the last thing you really want to hear because it's so fluffy, right? When I think about employee engagement, what I'm thinking about is literally what is the likelihood that my employees will quit or disengage because they feel I'm treating them unfairly. And so I think that when our broker partners and our clients are speaking within their contexts, I honestly think my advice would be just to be very careful that when you're showing up to your CFO or whoever that counterparty is, that's more like economically short-term motivated and is looking at the growth trajectory and the cost trajectory for the business, to really make sure that the context is appropriately set. The conversations about how like this benefit is going to boost employee engagement is not really top of mind. It's just not, because those employees are actually disproportionately motivated now simply to keep their job, because the layoffs really are happening left and right, despite what some of these payroll numbers are saying, because you literally are seeing it in the quit rate.
Good point. So do you think that we're going to see I don't want to say halt, but a slowdown in companies adding some of these value add things?
Oh, I think we've already seen it, haven't we, Kate?
I mean, I know of a few instances, but I have not myself looked at numbers to see if there has been.
I think anecdotally.
Yeah, I was like, maybe anecdotally, yeah.
Like you've got a very clear thing happening where VC investment poured into these point solutions. The growth trajectory has cooled. They need to expand by retaining accounts or by expanding their offerings within an account. They're conflicting with each other, right? These vendor summits
that just makes me so stressed out.
What are you seeing with that?
Oh, I mean, just like every vendor is just adding like these lines that all do the same thing. And then you have to navigate teaching an employee that you can get the same service from these 4 different vendors. And it's a mess. It's truly a mess.
It's like literally like one of these exponential growth functions of mess.
Yeah.
Because if every vendor adds one new thing, I don't know, it's like a disease or something. So I think there is a big pullback and like a pause, because there isn't this like great resignation that's forcing companies' hands to demonstrate that they are this like amazing employer that's totally doesn't care about, it's not about the revenue, it's about the people. And that was always a lie. Like, of course it's about the revenue, and you view people as an asset that can like power that revenue. But so I think it's like we're kind of exiting this sort of like 1920s vibe where like everyone's like spraying champagne everywhere and doing like the jitterbug or whatever that like really cool dance looks like. I love that dance. I think it was awesome. I wish we were still doing it. But that's over.
Yeah.
And I think we're entering a phase of like rationalization and pullback where you know, you have to take stuff off the board. You have to make sure it really actually makes sense for people versus continuing to add things. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's like a huge problem in general. And then you add things and you add things and you add things, and it just keeps like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
We just need to go back to basics.
Yeah. So the quit rate, I think it's an interesting thing to look at. Highly recommend you bookmark that page. It'll tell you a lot.
I wonder what that means also for hiring, because I just hear a lot that for brokers, for example, they're saying that on the service team, it's really hard to find people that can do the job right now. Like they're like constantly struggling with people that can support their clients. And it's like, so is the current team that's not quitting, are they just going to be getting more work as the business grows, as they bring in new clients, or just because they're having such a hard time finding people? Like I just keep hearing that. And so I wonder how it's going to play out on that front.
Yeah. We talk about all these bells and whistles with brokerages and technology platforms and stuff like that. And that stuff matters. But like actually what it is a services business.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you can get an answer to a question as a client fast, if you feel like your employees are being taken care of really well by the services team, you're gonna renew. Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
So I agree with you. The services piece is fascinating. I think this is where AI agents coming in and helping. It's funny. AI agents is actually a technical term.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But within this context, it's like kind of
sounds like
AI agent, like an insurance agent.
Yeah, it does. That's funny.
Totally not what is being meant.
But
meant to. Shopify is instructing their team to view AI agents as part of the team. They're not hey, an AI agent is like an employee now. And before you go and hire somebody, you need to prove that an AI agent can't do this job.
Wow.
Versus the other way around.
Interesting. I mean, AI saved my life like twice today on a services level because I had an opportunity that I needed to get some stuff over. I had maybe 10 minutes between calls and this thing had to be done today and there was no window. Popped what was needed into AI. It spit something out. I was able to send it over to the group. That group already replied that what I sent was good to go and we can like move them kind of forward in the opportunity. And I do need to give a shout out. It was our new AE, Halen, who helped use AI when I was like, I don't know what to do in this scenario really quick. And he's like, let me do it. And he gave me something in a couple minutes and it pushed something forward and it was a services thing.
We actually added for the first time AI. We're interviewing right now for a bunch of roles and we decided to add AI into our scorecard for the role. And it's AI adopter.
Yep.
Right. So we're only advancing people that when we give them exercises in our in-person interview, full disclosure, is super freaking intense.
Oh yeah.
We had a candidate here for 5 hours yesterday doing exercises back to back to back. Airbo is an annoyingly hard place to get a job. Full disclosure.
But you'll know what it's like working here after our interview.
Yeah. It's a good group of people. We're very protective.
Yeah. Very, We
said the minute she sat down, every single exercise we have you do here, feel free to use AI.
Yep.
We encourage it. It's not cheating on a test. It's just like doing your job. And immediately she started using AI to do the first exercise. If we think about the US workforce quit rate, if we think about, of course, it's going to get impacted by AI.
Yeah.
If we think about what you brought up, which is within the services model for a broker, being able to provide fast service to be able to make sure to retain that account.
Oh, yeah. I mean, mine was more within a sales model, but it's the exact same thing, just used in a different scenario. It's going to help delight their customers because they get instant responses, basically, or really quick responses. I know our engagement team uses it.
Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day, whatever day, time, or place you happen to be listening to us today.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thanks
everyone.
for joining us.